Excellent bluefin tuna fishing again for Baja Fishing in Ensenada, Baja California, Mexico. The fish range in size from 8 to over 100 pounds, and it has really been excellent for all the operators there. Add to it really beautiful weather and a few more yellowfin tuna and a couple of Dorados starting to show. And Tim Marquez got his comeuppance from a big mako shark as it tore to pieces a nice 100-pound bluefin tuna, but he sought redemption and he got it. On board the Islander, he decked this 240-pound bluefin tuna, catching his personal best that was caught on 80-pound Spectra and an Eddie bomb. Check this out.
That might be too high.
I like this technique with the burger. Commercial fisherman from the East Coast here.
Hey, I'd like to order a burger.
Nice. We got one. The sport fishing vessel Pegasus caught fire at the docks at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego, California today. The fireboat arrived quickly thereafter and extinguished the blaze. There is a pending investigation to figure out what the origin of the fire was. Jackpot winner. Daphne with a nice fish. Beautiful. Hey, you're getting there. Daphne, nice. Oh, that was the key to her success. She won the jackpot and consistently caught bigger fish than everybody on board. She was fishing with an 8-ounce torpedo sinker on the bottom with a 5-0 hook, fishing with squid for bait. Please don't forget to support the Friedman Adventurers family members who make this all possible, like the taxman, Tim Marquez, and your garage door man, Joe Welker, who does a great job and gets rave reviews here at Friedman Adventures. Heating and or air conditioning needs, it's our dear friend, John Lopez, and also the Island Spirit, Ventura Sport Fishing. You can't beat it. Chris Isaac and the El Patron out of Long Beach Sport Fishing, www.longbeachsportfishing.org.
Get out of bed and wake up the kids, 'cause you know what time it is. It's time for the morning briefing. Fishing reports up and down the coast. Your Phil Friedman, your coffee-loving host. So much fishing intel, it feels like cheating when you tune into the morning briefing. Inshore, offshore, from the surf, bluefin, yellowtail, pod, surf, perch. They'll tell you where the fish are and what they're eating when you tune into the morning briefing. So give it a like and subscribe. Hit that bell to be notified of all the fishing content coming your way. Friedman Adventures is here to make your fishing day. It's a morning briefing. Morning briefing.
Hey, good morning, my dear friends, and welcome to beautiful Surfside, California. Man, the surf is up here this morning on a gorgeous summer-like day. I mean, it is absolutely beautiful here. And wow, is fishing fantastic? Or what? The bluefin tuna bite last night again was absolutely off the hook. We'll hear more about that. Lots of fish and some really nice big ones. In fact, a lot of big fish biting right now. Down in Ensenada, man, you've got barracuda, you've got bluefin tuna, you got yellowtail, you got all the rockfish. You want really good bass fishing. It's been fantastic in beautiful Ensenada. White sea bass fishing to die for in the Channel Islands. Oh my goodness, has that been one heck of a bite, and there is so much more, including a little mini controversy about me posting the fire on the Pegasus there at Fisherman's Landing yesterday. We'll delve into that with some of the people who are upset with me. You know what time it is. It is time for the morning briefing. Good morning, my friends. Man, is that great or what? I better walk up here a little ways and get my coffee a little bit away from the incoming tide. It's a gorgeous morning, and there is so much great fishing going on. We are truly blessed here in Southern California. Hey, if you don't mind, hit that like button. We deeply appreciate it when you do that. Share these videos everywhere. Make sure you follow us over there on TikTok, Instagram, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and on Facebook, where we had 2.7 million views the last 28 days. Thank you all so very much for that. Don't forget to subscribe to the Freedman Adventures YouTube channel and tick that rotten, filthy, man, is this water warm, disgusting little bell, and you'll be notified when there is new content. So much going on, but there is a mini controversy going on about me posting the fire that took place on board the Pegasus. I wasn't even going to talk about it this morning, but I feel like I have to address it because some guys like Jacob Barclay asked me to pull that video down. In essence, hide the story from all of you, saying that your job is to promote sport fishing here in Southern California. That is not my job, by the way. My job, good morning, my friend. How's it going?
How you doing?
Hey, good. How's it going?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Good to meet you.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Mike.
Mike, good to have you here, man. You're on our podcast this morning.
Oh, man.
Yeah, have you caught anything?
Oh, not yet.
You're doing the fly fishing thing.
Yes, sir.
Cool, man. Well, best of luck to you.
Thank you, man.
All right, catch one.
Yeah, nice.
If you, my pleasure.
All right, Bill. Have a good day, man.
Thank you so much.
Go ahead.
All right, we're wishing him all the very best here this morning. Hope he catches some fish. All right, so as I was saying, my job is not to promote sport fishing. My job is to tell you what's going on. That's why I have such a big audience. You know, when fishing is bad, some of these guys are going to tell me, well, you can't do that. That doesn't promote sport fishing. Guys, listen, people want the truth. So Jacob Barclay, by the way, Jacob, anytime, baby. You want me to come down, we'll set up the mics and the camera, and you don't have to make any more anonymous comments on Facebook or anywhere else. You and I can sit down on a live broadcast, no editing, and discuss this. I'm happy to do that. How about you, Jacob? You want to do that? So anyway, he wanted me to pull that video down. I tried to explain to this guy who, you know, has an IQ of like room temperature. The story is out. It's out there. It's been covered by multiple sources, the news media. You can't hide this. There's no reason to hide this. You know, we do live in the USA where the news doesn't get censored. You know, if you want that, I lived in communist China for 3 years. You'd make a great news reporter over there, Jacob. You should go over there, man, because they get to decide what the people hear. So I don't think we're going to turn that over to you. I don't really trust you on that. Anytime you want to talk about it, let's do it. So he and some other guys from this cadre of intellectual giants asked me to take it down. I refused. So now they're really upset with me. Listen, guys, here's an alternative way of handling it, because I looked at some of the comments. I don't get to look at all the comments, but a lot of the comments were, man, I haven't thought about that boat for a long time. I used to fish on that. I hope everybody's okay. Wow, a fire. Thank God everybody's okay. So an alternative way to handle it is, hey guys, we had a little electrical fire, whatever it was yesterday. Everybody's good, and thanks to the brave men and women of the San Diego Fire Department, everything is under control. We're going to be back on the run on this date, and we're looking forward to being of service to you. Thank you for all your well wishes. Or alternatively, let's hide it. Play like it never happened. So I'll get off my soapbox on that and get back to the reporting. But Jacob and anybody else who would like to meet up on a live broadcast and discuss this further, I'm happy to do it. By the way, their real motive here is to suppress a story like this. So when you want to suppress a story, what's the smartest thing you could do? Start dropping comments all over the place and get this thing going even more crazy. Stuff like this happens. little fire on the boat. Guys acted quickly, put it out. Way to go, fantastic. Boat's good. I see that some of you haven't even thought of our boat for many, many years. Hey, we're operating out of Fisherman's Landing. We're at your service. Everything is good. Or let's hide it so nobody sees it. So nobody knows that the fire took place, even though tens of thousands of people have already seen it. Whoa, that takes I don't know what that takes. Takes somebody whose synapses aren't firing off too well. All right, let's get into it with you. We'll go south of the border and talk a little bit of Mexico, because it has been absolutely fantastic fishing south of the border. We're catching more yellows down there at Cedros Island, starting to see a pretty good influx of forkage in there. You know, it's been an up and down year on the yellowtail at Cedros this year, but we have seen greater progress. And you know, the great thing about it, though, has been the white sea bass and the halibut and the calico bass fishing. That's been stupendous. As we move you up, San Quintin area, still seeing some really great yellowtail action there out of San Quintin. It's been spectacular. So many of our dear friends down there have been putting the wood to the fish. And I got to tell you, Ensenada is rocking and rolling. It is really, really great fishing. Only 70 miles below the border. You can take a drive down there and enjoy yourself. Baja hospitality. There is nothing like it. Man, I get to see so many of the great operators when I drive down there, and they're all doing really well, including Carlos Cortez out of Popola, which is a 15-minute drive south of Rosarito Beach. Guys down in Ensenada, fantastic, wide open barracuda fishing if you want that. Some great hits on the yellowtail out of Mara Sport Fishing. They were all over it yesterday. And spectacular bluefin tuna fishing. There's BFT nearby. They're biting on the trolled Mad Mac type of lures down there, as well as getting bit by throwing a small chrome jig or a tuna popper. And yes, we love tuna riot poppers. They work really well, well constructed, and they are great for throwing on a foam or a bluefin tuna. Really great fishing south of the border right now. It just does not want to slow down. All right, let's get in to our bluefin tuna bite, because it has been absolutely spectacular. Talking to Max Nui the other night on the Pacific Voyager, he had an absolutely phenomenal couple of days. He says, Phil, this is as good as it gets. Tremendous fishing going on. The nighttime bite has been absolutely fantastic. In fact, we featured a 15-year-old boy yesterday who was on his very first trip and had such great success with John Garma. I have already heard from so many people. First of all, you saw the tax man, Tim Marquez. Man, what a great trip Tim's having on board the Islander. They are putting the wood to the big bluefin tuna. Tim had a 100-pounder up to the boat, and the tax man had the tax man visit him. A big mako shark ripped it to shreds and left him with morsels. But Tim didn't stop there. He turned around and caught a 240-pound estimated bluefin tuna. Way to go, Tim. What great fishing, tremendous fishing on the Tribute, as they had 51 bluefin tuna to 205 pounds. This is what I'm talking about. That big fish is definitely biting again. They had a bite that started around dinner time and went until the morning hours. That is really fantastic. On board the legend, Joseph Wilson is on there right now. He says, Phil, what a bite we had last night. 50 to 110-pound fish, limits of bluefin tuna on board the legend. In fact, Joseph just sent me a message and said, hey, we just got a 40-pounder on the troll here a second ago. Nice going, Joseph. So happy for you. Dave Clark is on the American Angler, and Dave says it doesn't get any better than this. Big fish biting full speed. Limits on the American Angler last night. Absolutely phenomenal fishing. And man, I'll tell you, jigs in the Eddie Bomb has been really, really effective, but also some lighter jigs, 120 gram at times, most of the time like 240 to 350. It's been absolutely spectacular. Jeff Lingle, who runs a yacht, was down in that area. Fantastic fishing for Jeff. He's been down looking around for some yellowfin tuna also down there around the San Martin Island area, 140 miles down below the border. And there's been a little bit of Dorado and yellowfin tuna. I think that might be part of our fall bite. I'm looking forward to seeing more about that. Absolutely phenomenal fishing on the bluefin tuna right now. We like that 80-pound spectra. It sinks faster, gets down to the fish. Several other boats with huge scores last night. Glenn Del Mendo from Wicked Tackle Box on board the Cortez, and they had a fantastic wide open bite on a 2.5-day trip on board the Cortez out of C4 Sport Fishing in San Diego. So really great stuff going on, my friends. I don't know how it can get any better. San Diego-based boats slamming the bluefin tuna in absolutely fantastic fishing. Really, really good stuff going on. Long range fishing, let me talk to you a little bit about that because it's been absolutely spectacular. 8-day boats continue to have great fishing. On the Red Rooster 3 in the morning, that wide open yellowtail. In the afternoon, wide open yellowfin tuna. That has been the scenario on those 8-day trips. It has been spectacular. Can't get much better than that right now on this gorgeous summer-like day in Southern California, where we have the sweet gift of freedom of the press. Jacob, couldn't resist, man. Take it down. Nobody of the tens of thousands of people who saw it will remember it. Okay, I won't do that anymore. Man, IQ that's room temperature, man, that's brutal. All right, so good stuff going on the long range scene. It has been absolutely spectacular, not slowing down one bit at all. And those guys, when they get a little bit closer to home, they also will slide into the beach once in a while, and they'll catch some sea bass and halibut, even sand bass and calico bass. It has been absolutely spectacular. Let's talk about what's going on the island situation right now. Coronado Island's a little bit of yellowtail down there, some good barracuda fishing and bass fishing, but many of the boats are turning their attention to offshore right now. Like the Grande yesterday, they were out, 17 guys had 20 yellowtail. There's bluefin, a lot around in range for those boys. I'm talking about the full day boats that leave in the morning and then return in the afternoons. You've seen some really excellent fishing on that stuff here recently, but it's kind of up and down. It's more of a kelp patty yellowtail situation. There has been a little bit of sardine at the receiver, but it's been really, really small. It can change, but you're going to have to really bank on fishing anchovies. Chovies is what the bait is right now. I wouldn't hesitate one moment to bring a spinning reel and use that. That really works fantastic. Keep that in mind. If you're proficient at making a good cast with some conventional reels, by all means do it. It is the way to get things done. So the islands down there at the Coronado Islands, we've seen some significant life. At San Clemente Island, fantastic fishing going on big grade yellowtail. There's good calico bass fishing going on there. We've seen some flurries of barracuda, and the calico bass bite, as I mentioned, has been good at SCI here recently. At Catalina Island, the El Patron's on her way over there right now out of Long Beach Sport Fishing. They do a great job over there at Catalina Island. It's been really good mixed bag fishing. There's a ton of blue perch, some good calico bass fishing, mostly shorts, but there's been some nice fish in addition to that. Occasional yellowtail from time to time, along with some barracuda, and absolutely gorgeous weather. I don't know how you can beat this gorgeous day on the water. You should get out in a hurry for sure. Let's go up to the Channel Islands. Endeavor Ventura Sport Fishing limiting out on white sea bass on their past several trips. It's been such a great bite in the Channel Islands that word can't express how fantastic it is. It's been going on for a long time now, for months. It's been the epicenter of this great white sea bass fishing, and now you have the summer-like conditions. So on the beach, you're catching barracuda and sand bass in many of those areas, wide open halibut fishing at times. It has been spectacular. It can't get any better than it is up there right now. The Mirage has had absolutely phenomenal halibut fishing. The other day, they were pushing 100 halibut on one of their trips. They had 32 flatfish yesterday on board the Aloha Spirit, 12 white sea bass, several other boats getting in on this. Great fishing in the Channel Islands right now. On the Island Spirit yesterday, our dear friend Captain Daniel Holloway was out and had 13 halibut. Fantastic job for them. And my friend Pedro Pino is out with him this morning. He sent me a message and said, man, nice weather up here, out with Captain Daniel Holloway. Can't wait to make it happen. Don't forget Ventura Sport Fishing, VenturaSportFishing.com, or call them at 805-676-3474. Really great stuff, man. I'll tell you, we are seeing nothing short of magnificent fishing up there. Avila Beach, Morro Bay, great rockfish up there in San Francisco. Man, has that bite been spectacular on the stripers and the halibut. And, you know, we don't even talk about it, but if you go out and fish rockfish, there's lings and there's rockfish. San Francisco, tremendous fishing going on there for sure. It has been absolutely spectacular on this gorgeous morning. I hope that fly fisherman's catching some fish. Big waves down here. Guys are catching waves as we speak. All right, really great fishing on our islands. Now, let's talk about the local bite because it's been spectacular. Another great year on that. And I'm talking about San Diego right now and the spectacular sand bass fishing they've got going on down there for their 1/2 and 3/4 day boats. It has been off the hook great fishing, tremendous fishing down there on the kelp line yesterday. 70-degree water on the Dolphin, hammering away at the calico bass. What a great trip on the Dolphin. John Ho's favorite boat. He loves that rig and fishes it all the time. On the other guys that are focused in on the sand bass, it's been a spectacular year so far, and it is not slowing down. Probably the best sand bass year here in Southern California that we have seen in a couple of decades. Some guys are saying 18 years. That's close enough. Like 2 decades, man, that is some really great fishing going on down there. Yesterday, on board the Clemente, Jack McCullough, who does the Fishers for Men and distributes copious amounts of shoes to the poor in Baja California. Captain Larry Moore was out there, and they had really great bass fishing. Sand bass were raining on board the Clemente. The Victory, 50 guys yesterday out of Long Beach. Limits of sand bass. It can't get any better. Tremendous fishing going on. Monte Carlo, Native Son, to name a few other guys, also with absolutely fantastic fishing. How on earth can you beat it? The Stardust up there out of Santa Barbara had good sand bass fishing yesterday. So it's really going on up and down the coast right now. Fantastic fishing. It's just not slowing down at all. And twilight fishing, we're out on the El Patron. Incidentally, they run twilight trips every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. They're out of Long Beach Sport Fishing, www.longbeachsportfishing.org. You can get on board the El Patron and go out and have some fun and catch some big sand bass. I mentioned that Daphne was on board that trip, and she was fishing with an 8-ounce torpedo sinker. I'm just telling you what happened with her. You can fish a small sliding egg sinker. You can fish in a whole bunch of different ways, but she was fishing with an 8-ounce torpedo sinker with a chunk of squid down on the bottom and consistently caught the big fish. In fact, limited out on sand bass and won the jackpot for that matter. And all nice big fish, really great stuff on the local scene. Not slowing down one bit at all. All right, let's talk about the Southern California surf. And I've got to point you down to Big Fish Bait and Tackle in the beautiful city of Seal Beach, California, right there on the corner of Seal Beach Boulevard and Pacific Coast Highway. They've got everything you'll need for a successful outing on the water. Really great stuff going on there. And you can pick up your bait, you can pick up your surf fishing tackle. They are Southern California's surf fishing headquarters, and or you can load up on what you need to go offshore for bluefin or white sea bass or yellowtail. They've got it all down there at Big Fish Bait and Tackle. All right, Southern California surf, not wide open, but pretty darn decent. We see some pretty darn good fishing down there around Huntington Beach on some smaller bar perch. It seems like we haven't seen really the big ones here recently, but on the smaller grade, it's been good. There's some big ones mixed in. There's plenty of sand crabs around the Huntington Beach. Here we see an occasional halibut taken here in the surf. Andrew Howell had a nice halibut fishing in the surf. I know the boys from the High Tide group, what do you guys call yourselves? It's Wayne, Shima, Bukuro. Wayne was in the surf, and he was doing really, really well catching fish in the SoCal surf. So once again, a little bit of yellowfin croakers, some barred perch, a little bit of corbina moving around here in the shallow water. It's been pretty darn good, and the conditions are only going to get better as we go along. That I guarantee you will occur. All right, my friends, some great stuff going on here in Southern California. That bluefin tuna bite, spectacular last night in the USA, where we get to report on what is actually happening. Oh, I promised I wouldn't do that one more time this morning. I just had to do it. Some great bluefin tuna fishing, long range spectacular. Our local fishing absolutely off the hook, and great white sea bass fishing up there in the Channel Islands. All right, my friends, have a great one. Jacob, one more time. You want to get together and do a live show? Let's do it. You want to shine the light on this a little bit more? My pleasure. I would love to discuss whether or not we're going to make you the czar of approving what videos all these people, all the Freeman Adventure family members get to watch. Man, I'm telling you, there's a position open for you over there in mainland China. They love people like you. Take care. Have a great one. And I hope to see you really, really soon.